Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to make practice tracks for the week and how to bounce those down. This is specifically important for the vocalist. Every week we make tracks for each background vocal part to send out to everyone who's singing, so everybody can know what's needed, what's not needed, and which parts are specific to each section. So you can also do this for any instruments, any instruments that we have on stage that week, if any of the musicians ask for them. It's a great way to practice along with worship artistry. So what we'll do is we're going to choose our track here, wherever we keep our tracks. I'm going to use Build My Life as an example because it has a lot of background vocals. So what we'll do is you'll open the actual ALS file. So you'll go into your tracks, wherever you're keeping them, click on the multi-track, and then instead of clicking here, we'll click here, the ALS file. And what that's going to do is it's going to the session with just this one song in it. So if we zoom out, that's all we have. That's it. So what we'll need to do here is, depending on what key it's in, you might have to warp it, and we've gone over how to warp. So you would just use Complex Pro to warp all of your vocals, and then you would use Complex to warp all of your instruments with tones to them, guitars and keys and bass and such. So for this video, we're just going to focus on the actual vocals and how to bounce those down. So what we'll do first is I always turn the drums down. So double click on those. You got this window that comes up here. Take your volume here and go down. Because the thing that we want to focus on hearing is any of the vocals that we're working with. I click on the bass and I hit delete or backspace. Loop, you can backspace that, delete it as well. Bells, we don't need bells getting in the way of this mix. Also, we don't need strings getting in the way of this mix, and this is just for reference, remember. So whatever you find that's getting in the way of the mix, just go ahead and delete it. It doesn't actually matter for this purpose. So we will turn this one off, this background vocal and this background vocal off, and we'll work with alto. So alto starts here, and so we'll just kind of start there. So click right here.
Verse.
Click on alto. And we'll get it to a good volume where you can kind of hear it over everything but still hear the music a little bit. So there was a lot of stuff going on there. Like there's a lot of pianos and pads. So you might want to take some of those out depending on what you want to hear. So that's good. Turn the click track down but not out, because it's important to stay on click. Yeah, and that's how we do it here. So to recap that, we take out everything that is going to kind of muddy up the mix, turn the drums down, turn the click down, and you can turn stuff off by just clicking these buttons here. Turn the other vocals that you're not going to bounce down off first, and then work with turning up your vocal that you are going to bounce down first. Bouncing down just turns it into like a wave file, and you can put it on your desktop, and I'll show you how to do that now. So what you do, always go back here to the beginning, and you'll go to File, Export Audio Video. and just make sure your settings look like this. And then hit export. I always just delete this here, just name it what it is. You don't need the album name, just the song name. And this is the alto, and save it to your desktop. It's going to go through and export it. And what you'll do is you'll do the same thing with the tenor and the BGVs. So you'll turn off the alto and turn the tenor back on. And then you'll turn tenor up in volume, export that. Same thing with BGVs. And then if there's any other practice track that any other of the band members want, like your acoustic guitar player, if they're like, I just can't hear what exactly they're doing and I just want to know, so I can play it well. You come in here, crank her up, make sure you got a good amount of click, and then you're good to go. And you can do that with any of the parts. So that's it.